Hi everyone, we're working in our fourth grade book. For our fourth graders, you should be on lesson 5, which is studying articles, and it can be found on page 72. I will give you a couple seconds to get there.
I'm hungry though. What's up? What?
Alright, so we're working on nonfiction texts, which are also called informational text. And then you have a little chart right here that shows you different types, and you have your biography and your essay and your speech and your textbook. Now I know you've been working on biographies with Mr. Zach, and then essays are when shares the author's outlook on a point of view. And your speech, we just had Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And I know you guys have probably heard the I Have a Dream speech. And there you go, there's an example of a speech. And then you have a textbook right here. And you also have a science textbook that I know you guys carry around and use. Then you have your main idea of an article, right? So what is, in the article, what does the author want you to take away? Why was the article written? Which is very similar to when you look at fiction and theme, because the theme is what does the author want you to take away? What do you want to learn from the writing piece? So you have theme for fiction, and then you have main idea for nonfiction. And then we have evidence, which is supporting your main idea, right? So you have your sentence or your point that you're trying to make, and then you need to back it up. So this is you backing it up. Now, when we've written, remember we wrote about our animals, what animal do you want to be? And then you had to come up with 3 reasons at least why you wanted to be that animal. That was your evidence. You're telling me why you wanted to be that animal. Same deal. Now, an inference is a guess based on text evidence and your own knowledge and experience. And we make inferences all the time, right? Because we're guessing at what do you think is going to happen next based off of what we have read already. Now, your text structure, there's different ways to organize a text, right? On how you're going to write it. So, in nonfiction, you have events and steps, or facts and time in order, right? Which includes dates and ages and numbers, and time order words, which would include first, second, third, fourth, last, right? Then you have compare and contrasting, where you're comparing how things are similar with compare, and you're contrasting on how they are different. So you're comparing more than one thing together. And then you have cause and effect structure, which is cause is why an event happens, and then your effect is what happens and result from that cause. Then you have problem solution, right? You have a problem, and then how can it be solved? Your solution. How is it going to be fixed? Now, text features. You have headings and subheadings. You have a bulleted list. You have caption and sidebar. That's found on page 74, and you guys can read that here for yourselves. And then you have your language spotlight, which is synonyms and antonyms. Now, think about this. This is the poster that I had in the room, right? On the writing wall. If you wanted to come up with a juicier word, instead of just saying good or bad, you could look up on the wall and it told you different ones to write about, right? Same thing. Synonyms means that words that are similar, and antonyms means that the things that are opposite, right? So synonyms could be good and great, and then an antonym could be cold and hot. Now, you have your article right here, your first article in here. Right here is an example of a sidebar, this rectangle right here, which is a sidebar, and then you have your caption, right, which tells you about the picture that is here. So this is the caption to the picture. And then if you turn the page, even more examples in this article. So you have your heading, which is right here. So that means all of this information is going to be about be alert and make a plan. And then you have a bulleted list right here. So these are bullet points right here, which still support the heading. And then you have practice your plan, which is another heading right here, and then you have follow your plan, which is another heading right here. So all this information is still going to be about that, which is awesome. So now you need to finish reading the rest of all about articles to get all your information. And then you need to read the articles and then answer the questions. Have an awesome day, guys.